let's check out the BMW F850GS. Talk about the design, but first do note that this bike has already some accessories, just like this crash guard, auxiliary light, a guard for your headlight. Now let's talk about the features it has. First, it has both rear and front disc brakes and an LCD display right here. It has an LED headlight and LED turning indicators,
And we also have LED taillights which look sharp.
Now let's get on the bike. Riding on the bike is easier than it seems. I am 5'10" and I am almost flat-footed.
The seat itself is quite soft and comfortable, and it gives a nice riding position for someone like me at 5 feet and 9 inches. The only problem here is if you do get onto the bike wrong, it's gonna give you a bit of IB or ipit betlog as they say. And before we forget, let's talk about the design. Now looking at this bike, it definitely shouts I can go anywhere, which is the whole point of it. It's iconic for sure, as every time you see one on the road, you know it's a BMW GS. It looks bulky, muscular, tall, and that's what makes it what it is. You can see that we have this very sporty color scheme with the blue, white, and red, specific to this rally variant. Of course, we have the BMW emblem on the side and the GS name right there as well. And looking at the wheels, we have a 21-inch wheel in front with dual disc brakes wrapped in 80x80 tires and a 17-inch at the back with a single disc brake wrapped in 150x80 tires.
Before we get onto the road, there are some things that I have to mention here in the handlebar. So here at the left, you have your dial or your scroll wheel, you have your menu switch, and your turning indicators as well, your horn, and here you have your hazard light. Also, you have on the left is your IB or your passing light. Now moving on to the right, you have your kill switch for stop and start, your mode switch for road and rain, and here at the middle you have your power button. Let's do a sound check. So that's how it sounds like. Now that we're on the road, the 850GS is surprisingly easy to ride. Let's talk about the engine first. This gets a liquid-cooled 4-stroke dual overhead cam twin-cylinder 850cc engine that produces 95 horsepower and 92 Nm of torque, paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. This performs as you'd expect a BMW to be. It is very responsive with minimal inputs to the throttle, giving you all the power you need. This helps a lot in overtaking, especially when outside the city. The transmission is smooth when shifting, which also helps us control the power when accelerating. The clutch is smooth as butter, if I may say, thanks to it being a slipper clutch. And if ever you do want more control, you have different modes as well, which will of course adjust the throttle response and traction control settings depending on what you need. As for the handling, it's really good, very nimble and precise in cornering, and I love it. So while we're moving, the bike is quite heavy at low speeds considering the size of it. And by the way, it weighs around 229 kilograms. Well, at least it does lighten up at higher speeds, which makes it easier to ride. It may look a bit intimidating at first, but once you get going, it's not that bad at all. You actually won't feel the weight that much at the right speed, and it will be easy to maneuver around, making it fun to use inside the city and much more on the highway. Another thing I like is the adjustable suspension, which helps on where you want to use it, whether off the road or on the road. But unfortunately, we had no time to take it on rougher roads, but I'm sure it will be great. I'm also very impressed with how it rides, given what it is. It's smooth, absorbs bumps very well, and you'll feel safe on this. As for the brakes, they're also quite good with ample stopping power and they're very easy to modulate. After a short time with this, I actually understand why people love this bike. Having it is energizing and I actually want to own one as well.
The BMW F850GS Rallye is priced at 835,000 Philippine pesos. Overall, the BMW F850GS is a well-rounded, versatile motorcycle that offers an engaging riding experience. It is suitable for both experienced riders looking for a reliable daily commuter and new riders looking for a user-friendly, confidence-inspiring bike with plenty of performance that can go anywhere.